Welcome back. We're back, just kicking it. We are off of the international break. And all chaos is going on in my area code. So let's just start off there. Can we all say a prayer for Manchester United as we go through these troubling times? We just need prayer right now. We just need a lot of prayer.
Man, it's a lot going on, all facets, wingers, defenders. Where do we start?
I mean, the Antony thing is pretty. I mean, it's been pretty brewing out there for about a year. On the Manchester United fan base have known about these accusations for a minute, but it was kind of like he kind of threw it off like, nah, man, come on, stop playing, whatever. Now it's serious. He's gone, or indefinitely. We know how that went with Greenwood. Well, Greenwood happened too during this time period as well.
Yep.
So,
all
about that. We might as well start. We got to start there first.
Man,
Greenwood not brought back to the team, but if you notice, sent on loan, not sold to Getafe.
Yeah, and I know they like him too. He came into a strong reception, but Antony, man, suspended indefinitely. Where was the charges at? Were the charges in the UK or back in Brazil?
Brazil.
Okay. So they got an international sexual assault case going.
Yeah, because the impetus was when the Brazil team dropped them. That was kind of the okay. Well, then y'all got boots on the ground,
right?
We can't let that. You got boots on the ground. We can't.
Yeah, man. So I mean, where do you stand? Is he guilty? Is he not guilty? Based on what you know?
No, man. We at this point we just got to move up forward, man. We just got to see if we can get some of our money back from Ajax for unusable goods.
No, man, that ain't happening.
I know.
I mean, what is it though? Serious question. What is it? A sexual assault and Manchester United players? I mean, that is a connection. We see it across sports, but now it's specified to one club multiple times. Explain.
What Mason? Let's get it correctly. Mason Greenwood was not a sexual assault. It was a physical assault, which is horrible in its different ways. Yeah. I'm just trying to steer you away from trying to say that there is a pattern of sexual abuse within the Manchester United locker room. Now, there may be an issue when it comes to women in the Manchester United locker room. We need to roll out some real training for brothers. Some real having a lot of instituting a lot of the women's team, like kind of maybe integrating some of the things just to be able to have them bouncing off of different things into the locker rooms or gatherings on the training facility, something where they can get some kind of other. And then some people are just horrible people too, so that could be just you can do all those different trainings. They don't mean nothing. So
yeah, man, I see you put your marketing hat on. That might and that might help you in corporate. That sounded real smooth, but no, man, I'm not going for it. And even to take a step backwards, it's the city of Manchester that's a problem, and then the name Manchester, heavy on the Chester, right? So
I thought you was really gonna have some like deep history on the city of Manchester, like.
Well, I mean, we look at Foden and his issue was sneaking the young lady into the team hotel when he was I think it was away with England, right, on international duty, right? So. That's what
slow your roll. Mason Greenwood was also involved in that.
That's right. See, I mean, you just start connecting dots. I'm starting to see a pattern. I'm just trying to understand.
The pattern is honestly is age and just not understand, because all these cats is like 20, 21.
Yeah, that's true.
And younger. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Is really, and you think about it, man. You've been told you the promised son since you were probably 10 or 11.
Knee high, absolutely. Younger than that, probably in a lot of cases.
Yeah, and somebody like Antony coming from Brazil, how young he's probably been knowing that he did
8, at least 8. He's probably been, known. Yeah.
Yeah, like the streets know, everybody in this favela know who's next up.
That's right.
It's me.
Mm-hmm.
The idea that you have a neck tattoo already at 18 shows me that you already know you were certified.
Yeah, you reckless. Your path is basically already paved. You know what I mean? It's just
and it comes with a lot of bravado and ego within that. I can do kind of whatever. We at the club in Sao Paulo, man, I'm doing whatever. I'm pouring drinks on women. I'm not saying that's what happened, y'all. I'm just saying that's the if you've been told you the man and nobody's been able to check you and you haven't had those checks and balances within your systems, it's it's kind of
Yeah, no, I think that's really true. And then I mean, maybe it's just also the doom and gloom of Manchester.
Oh,
Small,
just the way the city's set up.
that kind of thing, isolated, to some degree, especially for guys coming so far away from home. So yeah, it's a lot of factors, man. And then just also, like you're saying, the day and age we live in, cameras everywhere, Me Too movement. People understand these guys are not only getting a bag, but they are a bag. And it's a bag to be had off of these guys. And so who knows how that fits into this puzzle as well.
Yeah, but also too, they have more visibility on the other side of it. They like, okay, you knew you was the man that ate in the favela, but look at somebody like Xavi Simons, who the world knows he's been dope since he was 12. Not just in France, in the world. I mean, in the Netherlands, knew he was dope at 12. The world. He has like the highest like Instagram followers of any soccer player. More than Ronaldo.
Damn, okay, yeah. No, I know he's big time, but I didn't know on the social media side.
But also his dad played. I mean, there's some factors involved. It'd be like if Bronny was end up being better. Well, that's a bad comparison. It's really like kind of with Xavi, I would compare it to Steph Curry and Dale Curry.
Okay, good, yeah.
Because Xavi's dad was fine. He wasn't nothing special, but he was already was a professional player. He was already plugged in. It was like, let me get my son to that next step.
Right.
And but think about it, Steph had to have that curve of him not. But think about if LeBron was Steph, but Dale Curry was his dad.
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
and you already got the marketing behind you. You already been crowned since high school.
Sky's the limit. Yeah.
So you got to watch someone like Xavi. I mean, his dad is around him. Now I don't know about the now that's another question. How many fathers is Antony's dad around? Is Greenwood's dad around? Xavi's dad rolling, and now that could be a bad thing too, depending on how much your dad's involved.
See Neymar
damned up like that, at least, because Pops is kind of like guiding the situation, at least on the career side.
Yeah, and been there, done that, probably more in tune with, what's going on, especially with the opposite sex and just all the potholes, in the road that these guys are trying to go down. It's sad, man. Time will tell ultimately. But let's switch it back to the pitch. What does this do to the club? Who's next man up? How does this change the formation?
I mean, right now, man, our formation is, it's Rashford, Højlund, and then Palestri and Garnacho switching in and out on the side, and there's no support for Rashford on his side. Like he's gonna have to run the whole night.
Yeah, he is so isolated.
The Sancho thing is that's a whole nother saga in itself. This throws another monkey rich in for ringers as well. We will be getting Amad Diallo back. That is something. And he was killing it in the championship last year. But I mean, it's still not what we had. We had the setup of wingers up front to be able to run up and down the pitch.
Man, and you said the right name, Jadon Sancho. I mean, isn't this the opportunity he's been waiting on for a long time now? A string of games, a string of playing time, most likely for him. An opportunity and a lot of talent around him. So he should be shining.
Yeah. The interesting thing with Jadon Sancho is it's interesting, and the Glazers actually messed up his career by bringing him in too late. If that makes sense. Remember, he was supposed to come in there. I've been talking about him in 2020. He's supposed to come in that year. He didn't come in until 2021. And we had our Cavani was already in there. It was the front line was set.
Yeah.
You had to sit behind Rashford. So your development's down a little bit. You're behind another man. He was already supposed to be out in that wing already doing his thing. That was null and void because they was putting Bruno out there. Pogba sometimes was going out there. So he wasn't there at that moment. And then he just got bad coaching, like right after all those situations with Ali, Ragnarok coming in, and now Ten Hag is in them and everything. Now I'm not Ten Hag out like some of the fan base has been, but it's just like, man, I guarantee you if Sancho leaves us, he gonna ball out wherever he go. He's that good.
I'm on the fence. I was never really sold, even at Borussia Dortmund. He had a lot of hype, and you're right. His transfer, I remember it now. It took a long time. It seemed like it took
It's
a year and a half. Yeah,
Yeah.
a year and a half. And so you're right that timeline is 100% accurate.
Because we were ready at that time to get him right then. Like it was like perfect for him at that moment.
Right. But they played coy with the money, and that's what took longer.
Yep.
But before we get away from Manchester United, Harry Maguire, man, all over the news. I heard even his mom is speaking out. I think I know how you feel about him, but
the Big Mick's supposed to have been gone. I mean, why are you showing back up to work? This is movie Office, the Office Space, where we got the dude in the basement and we forgot about him, and he keep on showing up to work.
Yeah,
this is Big Mick. We're like, we trying to let you go.
Man, that's rough.
You just didn't want your wages lower.
He was the most expensive defender of all time at the time, I believe. At the time, no, but at the time.
At the time, yes, he was. In the Premier League. Just in the Premier League.
That's right. And then he's a starter for England.
No, he didn't start for England his last game.
Yeah, not that last game, but he had been a routine starter through several times.
And they're a captain for them too behind Kane.
Yeah, I think he was even a vice captain. Yeah, pretty sure. So, man, what a fall from grace. I mean, what really is the problem? I see him from afar. What's your breakdown there?
He's a mid-table player. He'd go like West Ham would have been perfect for him. He would have went somewhere like West Ham, and people would have been saying he balling out.
So the lights are just too bright at Manchester United.
And everybody those top real 6 or 7 that they want to run, like we gonna run you, like it's gonna be. West Ham can bear back, maybe nick one in, beat you 1-0, 2-1, and Harry Maguire is kind of just statuesque, but not when you trying to run your defenders. You got Martinez flying all over the pitch, covering for you. It's just that sporadic defensive pace, kind of like Nolan Richardson with the Arizona Razorbacks with that 40 minutes of hell. That's right. That's what they're trying to do, and he can't do that.
No, he's not built for that.
At this age, Durant is even better than that. And he even know, like, I only got so much time left, but I can run this for about 2 more years. And Harry can't even do that, and he like 25.
Man, it's rough though. I feel like I've heard the same argument from you for Lindelof. Now it's pivoted.
Lindelof is acquitted of all charges. I've already said that. We realized who the real person was that was setting up the bait robbery. It was like the movie Heat. we found out the real person. And his name was Harry Maguire. Because Lindelof does well with every other defender in pairing.
Yeah. He has looked nice.
All those same plays we looked at back in the pandemic, we'd be like, dang, where is it's because he had to cover for the Big Mick.
That just goes to show you, we need to start looking at these players through a little bit different prism because, I mean, you were balls against the wall. It was Lindelof.
The biggest apology of any Manchester United player maybe in history.
So now I just start watching my watch on when is it Martinez that you go after?
Nah. The reason you can't go after Martinez because he only 5'9" and he getting it done. Like you can't.
He is a pit
that's
bull.
a man who's going beyond his physical attributes, not his skill, but like his actual birth attributes, and he's doing it. I can't.
Yeah. If you have him in a 236.5, frame, he's a world beater. You know what I mean? So,
and he might be getting more cards, to be honest with you, because he'd be so much bigger than everybody.
That's true too. That's true.
Yeah. So, but we're in prayer right now. We'll lose this game on Saturday. I mean, against Brighton, we'll lose that. We'll lose against Bayern on Tuesday. And then miraculously in 2 or 3 weeks we'll be decent again, and then I'll be happy. But then something else is gonna happen and bring me back from grace again 2 weeks after that. So it'll be the whole teeter-totter as always.
It is.
Let's jump into the rest of the Premier League before we get out of here at our quick episode. How do you think in this restart? Who's coming back with the juice back? Chelsea's been. I mean, are you patch out yet, or you just
no, absolutely not. Absolutely not. This is a project. I believe in the manager 100%. I think that we bounce back. Let's run through the calendar and pick some games. So we got Wolves and Liverpool.
Liverpool, man. Like I said, I think Wolves are gonna go down.
Yeah, I would agree with that. They're selling off their talent. I got Liverpool. Then we got Fulham and Luton Town.
Fulham, Luton Town is just happy to be there for the check. they getting their stadium redone off of this. That's how much they need to check.
I think they're almost neck and neck, and I'll pick Luton Town just because, and I believe they're at home. So
that's their first home game in the new stadium.
Okay. Maybe
they didn't have enough money for the seats, man. That's how much they have. They took the Premier League money to revamp the stadium.
Yeah, but they've been down in the championship for several years. So, I mean, yeah, I get it. I get that. What we got next? Tottenham and Sheffield United.
I mean, Tottenham's been killing it, man. Until they prove me otherwise, I got to roll with them right now.
I hate to agree with you, but I got Spurs too, and I like watching them, man. They're a fun team to watch. They're a lot of
watch
talent.
like this than even when Harry came, which is crazy to think about.
Yeah, no, exactly right. Because I thought it was going to be a dip off, but no, there's maybe actually more exciting, to be honest.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Next we got West Ham and Manchester City. I'll beat you to the punch. I got City all day long.
Yeah, I got City on that. Is that at West Ham?
Looks like it is at West Ham. Yes.
Yes. But I'm still going City though.
Yeah, London Stadium. It has felt more like a home instead of the World Cup Stadium, Olympic Stadium, but it still just feels a little overly spacious to me. Just watching.
Yeah, it's too much room. They need to get that track out somehow.
Yeah, no, I agree. Bring the fans in closer.
Yep.
You already said Manchester United and Brighton. You got Brighton. Then we got Aston Villa, Crystal Palace. Ooh. That's almost a trap game for me. That's a hard one to pick.
I'm gonna go Aston Villa. Crystal Palace tie. I'm gonna go 2-2 draw.
Okay, yeah, I could see a draw for sure. Newcastle, Brentford.
It's so weird. Newcastle's so yo-yo, and my thing is Newcastle going to go off the breaks because they got their first Champions League game on Tuesday?
The impact, the squad depth, yeah.
Do you roll them out there? I'm gonna go draw with them in Brentford.
I'm gonna pick Newcastle just straight up. I think they got enough. I think they've been playing at a high level over the last year. I think that's gonna help them. Next we got Bournemouth and Chelsea. You know where I'm at. Chelsea all day.
This at Bournemouth?
Yep.
I'm going Bournemouth.
Okay. And then Everton, Arsenal.
Oh, this is a destruction right here. This is Arsenal. It's gonna destroy Everton. I don't care where that's going to be at.
I can see a 4-0 scoreline easily. 4-0, 3-1.
At the half.
Hey, man. You know what?
That's such a Pickford, man. I don't know how, he's not a bad keeper either. That's the messed up part that's going to be on his track record. He's not a bad keeper.
Yeah, he's got to get to a bigger club for sure. Goalkeepers have a longer life, but I would love to see him get away from there. Actually, Chelsea would be a good fit.
Low key, he needs to do that before he need to do the Schmeichel. Remember, Schmeichel just hit that. He saw Leicester was going down early and hit that eject button in Nice. Last year, remember, we was like, why did he leave? Just randomly go to Nice. He saw something. Oh, he saw his club finna go down.
Oh, that too. And then Nice came in with a bag, so it only made sense.
Bag as well, right?
So next up, we got Nottingham Forest and Burnley. That's another one that's tough for me to call.
Nottingham, man, they like that new kid on the block right now, man.
I haven't seen them enough.
You saw them last time y'all played.
Yeah, it was rough. That was disappointing. Yeah, it was. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, you know what? Actually, because of that, maybe I will pick them over Burnley. I think I will.
I mean, but you like Company. You like Vincent Company as a manager. Is that why you kind of feeling Burnley?
I've seen a little bit of the behind the scenes. A little of it feels fake to me. It feels like he's impersonating the managers he's had before. I don't know how real it is. What you think?
Oh, dang. So he's doing a bad acting job of impersonating somebody else. Of like, okay, this is how Sir Alex would be, or this is Sir how.
Exactly. Yeah, like he regurgitating, the halftime speech he heard, 12 years ago. You know what I mean?
Did you see BS Hot documentary yet?
No.
Oh, you got to see on the Bishop Sycamore high school football team.
Okay, it's on Netflix?
Yeah, no, it's on HBO Max.
Okay, I'll check it out.
So there, the high school coach dude, and it's going to relate to exactly what you said. He said, I gave my kids the same speech from Suge Knight at the Source Awards at 95.
Turn them up.
The company, like, they don't know that this speech was delivered 20 years ago because they wasn't there.
Not at all. But yeah, man, we tight on time today, so we wanted to get a quick one in.
Yeah, were those last two the two Sunday games or those?
Yep. The Monday game is Nottingham Forest Burnley, so we ran through.
Okay. Dang, we ran through schedule fast. All right. Cool, man. Hey, well, thank y'all for listening. Pat, say a prayer for Manchester United, everyone, and all you out there. I know the haters will be looking for our downfall, but
That's
we will
right.
be all right. We will rise like a phoenix, man. And then it's gonna be even worse if we can pull anything off in this season. Y'all know I'm gonna be ignorant on this show.
Time will tell.
We done lost 3, 4, 5 players at this point. Like we just
Man, it's rough.
But thank y'all for listening as always. We'll be back soon. Peace.
Peace.